Welcome back. It's time for the rounds once again because it's a new day, everyone, isn't it? Yes, of course. So, Chancellor Osborne's really popular here. Everyone sees him as a crusader for the people. But that's not the only reason he's famous. Women are head over heels for that dandy look he's got, too. I don't see it, though. It's more scary than attractive to me. It's all about the nose. It's all about that nose. His new nose. Clearly had some kind of surgery. You could always make a new accessory in the focal point. These earrings would be perfect for you. Oh, these do look nice. She says she's going on a date tomorrow. How exciting that I get to give her some advice. Safer used to be one of our most frequent customers. She loved our clothing so much that she came to visit every day, so she and Howard got to know each other pretty well. And in the end, he offered her a job. Actually, that's how a lot of our employees got their jobs. Even you? That's why she's so good with our customers. She knows just what they want. Do you know about St. Estrella Girls' School over in the Sark district? It's full of girls from noble backgrounds, all of whom stay in dormitories. I'm guessing all the lessons will be about learning to be high-class ladies too. Dance classes, cooking lessons, and so on. It's kind of hard to imagine a school like that as a commoner, though. Kind of makes more sense of why such a school exists. I've heard that the daughters of some really rich commoners attend too, though. You do have to wonder just what kind of people attend such an expensive academy. The store's been in business ever since my great-grandpa's generation, you know? That's why it doesn't exactly look modern. But we're every bit as good as those fancy new Orbital stores. There are all these Orbital stores popping up lately. They sell every kind of Orbital technology you could ever imagine. They won't be putting workshops like mine out of business anytime soon, though. We know our stuff better than anyone. The Imperial Chronicles journalists all seem awfully busy. I'm not surprised, though. With the festival starting tomorrow, I imagine they're up to their eyes in work. Prince Oliver's getting really popular these days. Nobody gave a rip about him until he returned from abroad in that white airship. But that was a big deal. He had pretty much everyone in Heimdallr talking about him. Guess that's one way to capture the people's imaginations. Prince Oliver has been making a lot of appearances at some high society galas and gatherings and whatnot recently. I hear that he's a classy fellow amongst other less glowing descriptors. And there's so many famous stores around here. There's the boutique, there's Bifrost. I can't decide which to explore first. I can finally return home to Crossbell now that my business here is done. It's Bond! Actually, I should buy some souvenirs for my family before I head back. It's Bond! Well, it's Bond! While we may have moved to a nice house, I still owe Sunita and Creel for all the trouble I've caused them. It's Bond! Hello, Bond! I can finally return home to Crossbell now that my business here is done. See, I should buy some souvenirs for my family before I head back. It's Bond! I'm certain you've heard about tomorrow's summer festival, but the festival part is something of a misnomer. There are a few events that take place across the city, but that's about it. Although Princess Alfrin's presence might make things different this year. I could see things being busier than usual. Imperial Family's parade always fills the street with people of all ages. Wouldn't be surprised if it was even busier than usual this year, too, what with Princess Alfrin taking part. Pretty as this street is, I do find myself wary of those Orbital cars. What if they hit someone at speed? It'd hurt, trust me. I see the rumors of Vine Kerr Street's splendor were not exaggerated. What an excellent venue for the summer festival. How wonderful. The only customer we get who stands out is that one really cool intellectual-looking guy. But it turns out he's actually Heimdallr's governor. I only just started working here part-time, so I had no idea. Seems like he's been a fan of our coffee since before we became a chain store. Guess our governor's a coffee connoisseur. Ugh. He's always ordered one specific blend. Blech. It's tradition to hand our gifts to people in the neighborhood during the summer festival. So here I am, stocking up to avoid the shame of being the only one who doesn't have any gifts to give. Oh, right, I need to buy some gifts for the people at my husband's workplace, too. Welcome to Plaza Bifrost. During the summer festival period, we will be handing out commemorative gifts to all our customers. Please don't forget to collect yours. The word Bifrost refers to a legendary rainbow bridge sent to lead warriors to victory. Oh. When the War of the Lions was ended, Emperor Dragos walked triumphantly up the street to celebrate the war's end. That was how this store came to get its name, as this street was, in a sense, a bridge that led him to his own victory. Tomorrow happens to mark the anniversary of the war's end, too. Why not purchase something to celebrate? That's intriguing. Similar in terms of the Bifrost in its name, but Emperor Dragos' victory in the War of the Lions gave the store its name. Why not purchase a souvenir or two here to commemorate the anniversary of the occasion? It's just like, how do the traditions and the stories, etc., like Woo Baby, fit into this world that are so similar to ours? That's intriguing in of itself, you know. Imperial Chronicle has a history stretching all the way back to the Middle Ages. It started as a magazine aimed squarely at the nobility. It's been informing and enriching the minds of Erebonian citizens ever since. The Imperial Chronicle is now a widely read newspaper, but it was once a magazine for the nobility. It's impressive to think of how long it's been imparting knowledge upon the people of Erebonia. There were once 2 branches of the Bracer Guild here in Heimdallr. Unfortunately, both are gone now. It's an awful shame. I've gotten to know quite a few bracers in my line of work. I wonder what they're up to now. It's been quite a while since they closed up the Bracer Guilds here. I wonder what they're up to. Lepanto and Co. is famous enough to be trusted with the interior designs for embassies and reception halls. It's said they do a good job of giving each of their projects an Erebonian touch. I wonder if I could get them to do my house too. If you want to see the embassies for yourself, they're all over in the Song district, right near the Noble district. Oh. We have seen the Calvardian embassy, not inside though. The people of Erebonia are known to admire austerity and strength. It's certainly reflected in this city's atmosphere. Perhaps that's due to the influence of the nobles and their culture. Jaegers are basically super skilled mercenaries. They'll do pretty much anything for the right price. Some countries have laws that outright ban the use of them, but not Erebonia. After all, this is the country that's okay with letting the rich build up their very own personal armies. Making contracts with Jaegers isn't banned here in Erebonia. There are even rumors that the government uses them from time to time. And if it helps, then yeah. Most of the ingredients we use here get brought in through Heimdallr port. As useful as the trains and airships are, it's definitely best to bring seafood and the like in by boat. Keeps it nice and fresh. We normally have stuff from Ordis, the port city, and Sutherland brought in by boat too. It ends up being a lot cheaper than doing so by train. How does it get here by boat? Like, I need to look at the map again. Like, how exactly does that happen? I managed to buy some really nice coffee beans today, so I'd say I'm satisfied. Can't wait to get home and give them a try. Look at these stores. I'm really spoiled for choice. You could fit an entire day just going and taking a peek into each one. Not that many stores, maybe. Yes, my name is Carrigan, and I placed an advertisement in your missing persons section several days ago. Has anyone contacted you with any information on Lady Annabelle? Yes, we did receive your request. Please go ahead and make your way to the waiting area. I'll call the person responsible. Oops, I should get ready to meet with Claude. He's going to be the one covering the trade conference in Crossbell for us. But over here, we've got the summer festival tomorrow, so we got to figure out our layouts for that. Make sure you double up on decorations around the tram tracks, Strauss. Sure, everybody will like that. You do realize that the decorations were already planned out, don't you? Strauss works over at City Hall, and as it just so happens, he's in charge of the decorations around here this year. Which means it's easy for me to take over and lead him towards making the decorations around here perfect. The summer festival is finally starting tomorrow. We only celebrate it for 3 days here in Heimdallr, but I've heard there are some places where it runs 5 whole days. Kinda makes me jealous of the people in the provinces. It's been over a year since they closed the Bracer Guilds here. It was kind of a shock, given how popular and effective they were. Apparently the best bracer they had back then was a woman too. I expected the summer festival in Heimdallr to be much flashier than this, given all the talk about it. Back home, we wear floral adornments as we celebrate the festival. Oh. There's a parade during the first day of the festival, isn't there? How exciting. I simply can't wait to see Princess Alphin's loveliness with my own eyes. Did you hear about what happened over at Mater Park last night? Apparently the Hoomp arrested some shady characters, so you better be careful if you're over there. Worry not, we know what we're doing. We'll get them if they show up again. You two doing this on purpose, aren't you? I wish I would have been there. That would have been a real scoop. I feel bad for Ron, since Mom always forgets stuff so quick. He tells her that he'll be back late because of practice every day, but she forgets every time. Worst part is, Mom forgets that she forgets stuff too. My son, Ron, is performing in a concert during the summer festival. I didn't know he had it in him. Maybe it helped that he had Fiona as a teacher. My son's taking part in the concert during the summer festival. It's probably all thanks to Fiona. She taught him when he was younger, you know. We always have a special dish just for the summer festival. I'm not sure what we should make of this year's, though. Last year, Fiona gave us this idea to bake musical note-themed cakes. Oh, that'd be awesome. Cookie ones. Like cookies. Musical note cookies. Do that. Do that. It's not like Hemming's gonna come up with anything great. Guess I might just ask Fiona again this year. I mean, make the cookies. While the Imperial Army has a bunch of armored divisions, there are three in particular that I think are important. First up's the 3rd Armored Division, led by Lieutenant General Zex Vander himself. Then you got the 7th Armored Division, who can tear across the battlefield with lightning speed. And finally, there's the 4th Armored Division, who have more raw firepower than any other unit in the military. That's the division that Lieutenant General Olaf Craig commands. If you think about it, that makes him the strongest man in Erebonia. Craig's the division commander of the 4th Armored Division, which is why people call him the strongest man in Erebonia. You do. He's got a kind heart and is one of the bravest people you'll ever meet. So we're proud to say that he's from Heimdallr. Long ago, back when I was an instructor at the Music Academy, I had one student who stood far above the rest. She went on to become famous, fall in love, get married and have children, but she eventually lost her life to illness. Oh. Still, it was clear that she loved the life she led. Even on her deathbed, she continued to sing. Yeah, that's just how I feel about her. Sorry about that. Old men like me just love to reminisce. Fiona told me that you're walking around town as part of your field study. Just remember to go to a relaxing place, especially with Elliot around. He's not the most athletic person in the world. Wow, not sure if I'm offended or touched by your concern. The summer festival always serves as a reminder that the hottest part of summer is about to begin. Apparently it used to be customary to clean your home and go around thanking people for favors this time of year. Not many people do that nowadays, but I think it's a wonderful idea personally. I should start preparing for the festival myself, though I guess there's not much to do since I'll just be helping out at Hemming's store anyway. I've been asked to attend the garden party taking place on the first day of the festival. I believe it's being held in the Crystal Garden over at Mater Park. I've already come out to Heimdallr, so I do hope I don't get lost on the way. The Garnier district should become ever so lively tomorrow with the summer festival. Even more so due to the Imperial family's parade. It may be well worth searching for a good vantage point for the parade in advance. Good day, everyone. Your work yesterday has once again made this place where our customers can feel at ease. So please allow me to thank you all again. With your assistance, we were able to curtail any unfortunate accidents well in advance. So please allow me to thank you all again. The area farthest into the hotel is designated for the sole use of VIP guests. These tend to be internationally renowned individuals. In fact, its current occupant is Vita Clotilde. Do you know her? I happen to be a huge fan, so this is quite the honor. Lady Clotilde truly is gorgeous, and quite the tease on top of that. As incredible as her singing voice is, it's only one of her numerous charms. At the very least, I'd like to attend the dinner party being held at Carroll Imperial Villa. Do try to prove that you're not entirely useless by getting us in there. My daughter's exchanged her financial ambitions for political ones. Oh, my beloved daughter, you were once such an adorable child. Where did I go wrong? Are you even listening to me, father? Of course I am. I suppose I have no choice but to see how far my connections can take me. Chancellor Osborne's always taking the feelings of the people into consideration. He's done so much to make life in Heimdallr easier for all of us. He's the man who brought about legal reform to ensure that the rights of us commoners are always protected. You will never find a politician more respectable than him. Life in Heimdallr has become an awful lot easier over the past 10 years. That's Chancellor Osborne's hard work in action right there. All the stores here seem like they turned my wallet inside out. It'd be a waste to skip out on them after coming all this way, though. A little peek into one couldn't hurt, right? Long ago, this district was exclusively for nobles. As you can see, that's far from the case nowadays. The commoners now outnumber the nobles living here. Which I suppose makes sense when you consider the ratio of commoners to nobles in the city as a whole. He's been rather popular ever since his famous return to Erebonia on Liberal's Arse, hasn't he? I also heard much about his recent active involvement in official affairs. Prince Oliver's been taking part in events like these much more often of late. It's a pleasant change, to be honest. You may call him the debaucherous prince, but he is a truly fascinating man. Oh, how romantic. I'd love to be whisked away like that one day. There are so many interesting stories to hear about this place. I simply cannot get enough of them. There are quite a few interesting anecdotes about the Opera House because of its long history. One such anecdote is that 180 years ago, the diva at the time was whisked away by an unknown intruder. Some theories even proclaim that these two were lovers, but the truth of the matter remains unknown to this day. Holding a special exhibition of the tiara for the summer festival is producing exactly the results I'd hoped for. Setting this all up was no easy task, but my efforts seem to be paying off. Perhaps now the company president will finally recognize my skill and insight. Uh-oh. With this many customers visiting, perhaps the company president will finally recognize my skill and insight. The crimson tiara is truly a beautiful piece. Oh no. Estimated price 100 million mira? Even if I slaved away my whole life, I could never earn that much. Yeesh, women are scary. It's shiny. So shiny. It's mine, my own, my precious. A commoner like me has no right to even dream of owning something so luxurious. But I want it anyway. I deserve it. For reasons. We're expecting an even higher influx of customers during the summer festival. We should probably consider ramping up security for the next couple of days. Estimates of the tiara's value vary between 50 and 100 million mira. Putting it on display was part of the store owner's plan to increase our shop's image. But the thought of having something that valuable around is almost terrifying to the employees. It looks like the Crimson Tiara is attracting a good crowd today too. There has really outdone herself this time. She always comes up with such amazing ways to attract customers. People call this place the Old Town, but at least the rent is cheap. Sure, it's old, but it's bustling. Lots of people who work here to support their families back in the provinces too. Of course, that just gives the nobles another reason to look down on us. We've suffered a lot because of that. And that's something I'll never forget. Never. Ooh. Nobles have looked down on us and caused lots of us to suffer for a long time now. Carl ended up getting him back real good though. That felt good. Damn it. Got caught by the worst kids at the worst time. Still got some deliveries left to make, but these two always manage to eat up my time. Gotta escape somehow. Ost's gonna be the last place that gets decorated for the summer festival. Someone from City Hall said that it'd take until tomorrow morning to start too, because they don't have enough staff. That's why we're gonna help out instead. I know. Don't tell me. That is genius. It'd suck if Oz was the only place that wasn't decorated, right? Gotta get Johnny to help us too. Yeah, Johnny. Help us out, Johnny. Got my own work to do here. Besides, it's the local government's job to get the city decorated, ain't it? Why do I gotta help you out? Because we're neighbors. That ain't a good reason. Come on, Johnny. Always help us out. How can you ditch us now? Thanks for finding No-No. You need to come over again so we can play together, okay? Indeed. What a relief to know that Nono was safe all along. Thank you all so much for your help. Nono? I'm still amazed that the legendary Mr. Tittles took Nono under his care. I'll have to be sure to thank him sometime. I better get going to work. Don't worry, I've got the day off tomorrow. We can go to the festival then. And I've got to say, I'm really looking forward to that. Taking tomorrow off means I've got to get a whole lot of work done today. Jim works at Heimdallr Port, so he's always really busy. I know he's working hard though, so I can't really complain. I'm more concerned about his safety than anything else. Yes, quite. I'm looking forward to the kickoff of the summer festival tomorrow. I mean, it is the one time a year we ever actually get tourists in this district. And that's got this fresh-faced business beauty all excited about the prospect of even better sales. Beauty. Don't question that part. We don't get tourists in this district unless something special's going on. That's why I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Oh yes, I quite agree. So, what are our plans for the summer festival? Oh, I know. We should wait here and jump everyone who walks by. Don't be a damned idiot. We don't want to be a nuisance. Sorry. I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna force our way into the pub in the morning and order some ginger ale. That's so cool. Only a super delinquent would go to the pub in the morning. The hell do you think you're playing at, huh? Tell anyone about this and you're dead, you hear me? Dead! The thought never crossed my mind. More importantly, have you two ever so much as thought about your futures? Everyone has to grow up sometime. Don't just launch into a lecture. That's an awesome idea. They won't know what hit him when we show up in the morning demanding ginger ale. Meow. Purr. Oh yes. Man, I'm so bored. Think we'll get any customers tomorrow, Gamgee? Some people probably roll in, always do. That's not what I meant. It's just random people in the neighborhood. Let's at least try to attract some customers. I'll make sure we get loads of them. Carl's been crazy smart ever since he was a kid. He even skipped ahead of the rest of us in Sunday school. Not much of a fighter though. There were more than a few times when I had to come along and save him. And now he's the Imperial governor. Still hard to believe. Carl's really come a long way since we were kids. The only real drawback is that we don't get to see each other much anymore. Tomorrow's the big day. The parade starts right here too, so it'll be very crowded here tomorrow. If you're planning on being in the crowd, you should start making your preparations now. Prince Olivert isn't Empress Priscilla's son. Okay. His mother was actually a commoner. I've heard that as a child, he was raised completely unaware of the fact that he was part of the Imperial family. He doesn't seem to have an especially easy life by the sounds of it. But you wouldn't be able to tell that by looking at him. He's always graceful and silly, no matter what he has to deal with. I guess he's kind of cool, maybe. Let me just make it clear that I am not in one of those Imperial family fanatics or anything. It's just an observation. That's all. I mean, Olivert is some kind of special, isn't he? Prince Cedric and Princess Alphen are twins. They're so endearing, too. They've been Erebonia's little angels ever since the day they were born. They really are this country's pride and joy. That's why I need to get a look at just how much they've grown this year. Now that I think about it, we haven't made many opportunities to see Emperor Eugent recently. Empress Priscilla rarely makes any public appearances either. Even we Imperial family fanatics only get about one chance a year to see her, if that. Neither the Emperor nor Empress take part in many events nowadays. Hope they're not sick or anything. Anton's looking to change a part of himself, he says. Thing is, he doesn't know which part he wants to change, which means it's about as well thought out as any other Anton plan. Heimdallr is one of the largest cities on the continent. Maybe it's here that I'll find something to change my life. How do you fancy my chances? Yeah. That area is off limits to all citizens. Turbo now. Heimdallr is a most deceitful city. While you may not realize it yet, I'm sure a time will come when this makes itself apparent to you. Do not be fooled by the love that currently permeates the city, either. Once the festival is over, all 800,000 citizens will forget this love ever existed. This is why I only come for the festival. Right. What do I still have left to do? First I need to put up notices about the road restrictions, then check which stalls have permission to operate here. There's always so much to do at this time of year. This plaza is a famous tourist destination after all. We're the ones who should find somewhere else to play, or at least that's what I think. Hey Tim, whose side are you on here? I don't take sides, I'm just providing an objective analysis. Good kid? There's always like a zillion tourists and stuff here for the summer festival. Sucks though, cause we can't play around as much as when they're all over the place. Man, who even cares about the festival? We ain't little kids anymore. Kinda loser gets excited about that stuff. Sorry, but you're gonna have to go somewhere else. This is amazing. You can really tell the Emperor lives around here. Where you look, there's another breathtaking sight. Hey, stop gawking and get moving. Don't forget that we're here to see the prince in tomorrow's parade. Who's your favourite celebrity, Kikoa? I really like Lord Rufus. He's so dreamy. I might go with Osborne. You got weird tastes. Really? But he's so cool and refined. And that nose. It's not weird to like him, right? No way, he's no good. Even Governor Regnitz would be better. Mater Park's always nice and relaxing. Just chilling out here, running the stalls, basically the perfect job for me. You won't see me running around doing grunt work for some big company now that I've seen the light. Mater Park's always nice and relaxing. Oh, so much so that I'm kinda hankering for a nap.
This park is so peaceful, it's easy to forget we're in the capital.
I could take a nap here.
Yeah, people love to come here to relax.
Tomorrow's finally the day. I'm feeling pretty nervous now. I keep catching myself thinking about what'll happen if we mess up, but we practice so hard that it simply has to go well. We've been practicing ever since we heard we were taking part in the concert. Reminding myself of that makes me feel more confident. This is our last session before tomorrow's performance. We've been working so hard that I've started dreaming about practice. Good luck tomorrow. I'm sure you're all going to be great. Thanks, really going to make this one count. Today is our last day of practice. Let's make the most of the time we've got. It would have been ideal if we could use the practice room at the Music Academy, but alas, there's a lot of competition for it around this time of year. But by practicing outside of it, we managed to meet with Elliot, so maybe it was a good thing after all. Right then, let's get back to practicing. That sounded pretty nice, didn't it? Yeah, I want to go see a performance at the opera. I want to see the diva herself up close. That sounds good. How about we get jobs at the opera house? We'd be able to see her every day if we did that. What an amazing idea. Let's go apply as soon as possible. But I don't want to get a job. You can go work there yourself. Oh dear. Hey, just so you know, this place will be off limits this afternoon. Security needs to be tight since a member of the Imperial family will be attending the garden party. So we'll be blocking things off to beef up security. We should get started on the decorations here soon. Especially since the garden party will be held here tomorrow. We'll be in big trouble if things aren't ready by then. I'm glad Garia's willing to help us out every year, but it'd be nice if he were a little less picky. He's something an artist, and boy does that show. No complaints about his grandson though. That kid's a huge help. And you're always taking care of things like this, so it's no problem. Just leave it to me. You just need me to carry the benches out, right? Leave it to me. Stuff like this is my speciality. Thanks. Really appreciate you helping out every year. My grandson's a hard worker, but I can't just unload all the work on him. Let me give you a taste of what the real elegance looks like. Because the drawing that youngster from City Hall whipped up isn't really much use. Every year they let me decide where exactly to place all of the decorations. Give you a taste of what real elegance looks like. Every year a member of the Imperial family attends the garden party. It's been a number of years since His Majesty last attended though. As one of the organisers of this event, I can't help but feel a little disappointed by that. Oh dear. Well, that's the rounds done then. So that's us done for this part. I've recorded 45 minutes.
There's so many butterflies.
It really gives the place an exotic touch, huh?
Sir? 45-minute, sir? I want to see if there's something here now. Nope, nope. I wonder how many of those I've missed. It's entirely possible to miss loads, isn't it? But yes, so, we'll see how much I edit out and what I get it down to. And we'll see in the next part when we go back to handing in a certain quest that I'm running around for right now, just to ensure I have enough in the way of, you know, steps. So see you in the next part. Ta-ta for now.